Okay, Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to BFA's On The Ball show. Our second segment, we're going to continue our discussions with youth football. And like I did say, we've got some special guests all the way down the M1 from Milton Keynes. I'm going to introduce them very quickly. To my left, we've got Kamal Mia, our chairman of MK Galactico. Assalamu alaikum, you all right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. We've got Ebenezer, the local scout from Milton Keynes. How you doing, Ebs? You all right?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Good. And we've got Jack Mia also from the General Secretary, am I right? Yes. Of MK Galactico. Right. We're going to, just not ignoring you, but we're going to talk about BFA for a while, just for 5 minutes to get this out of the way. Also to talk about BFA, let's get that out of the way. We've got CFL action, like I say, that took place over the last 2 weeks. We've got some results that we want to talk about. With us to discuss the CFL results and also a few other topics BFA. We've got Jamal Hussain, who's the General Secretary of Bangladesh Football Association, but also he's the chairman of East One FC, who had a very good week last week in the CFL Challenge Cup. So I'm going to hand over to you and tell us what's been going on over the last 2 weeks down at CFL.
Thank you. Yes, we had the little tournament called the Challenge Cup, the CFL Challenge Cup, which was taking place at Wanstead Flats. Last week we had the semi-final, which was contested between FC Bengals and Brick Lane, and East One FC and Mohammedan.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a crunch game for both teams. Obviously, FC Bengals already in one final, in the League Cup final against Elsa. So this was a chance to go into another cup final. As most of you probably already know the results, FC Bengals beat Brick Lane FC 2-0, if I'm correct. And East One FC was a good weekend as well for us. It's our first major cup final in 3 or 4 attempts. So we've made it to the final, beating Mohammedan 3-1.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I know, like you say, you're very excited being the chairman of. You put a lot of time into the club.
Yes, it's a great achievement. I'd like to thank obviously my managers, Mohammed Habib and Juman Ahmed, who been managing this season, and they've done a fantastic job. We kept ourselves in the Premiership, which was our target. Done well there, and to get to a cup final for us, it's a great achievement. So, you know, thanks to my managers as well as the players for achieving that. So,
do we have dates for these cup finals?
We're still waiting on confirmation, but we've got 2 dates at the moment: the 30th of March and the 4th of May. So, in the next few days, we're hoping to get confirmation as to, you know.
And one of them cup finals is going to be in a pretty nice venue as well, isn't it?
It is, yes, it is.
One of the cup finalists, if you're watching out there, you've got a bit of. We can't announce it just yet, but it's definitely happening. You're going to get a very, very nice stadium. So, like I said, we'll probably break that next week, right?
Yeah, we're hoping once we get confirmation. So, once we get that, we'll notify everybody. Be on the TV show as well as, you know, we'll inform via Facebook, Twitter, and email as well. But it's a good surprise. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to hold that. We've got our first call of the evening. It's a familiar sounding voice. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to BFA's On The Ball show. Who do we have on the line?
Walaikum assalam. It's Abu.
How you doing, Abu? You okay?
I'm fine. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm not ignoring you. I got your missed call, but I was on the way into the studio at the time. What would you like to say?
That's not a problem. It's been a very long time, man. I've missed the show a lot, honestly.
That's nice to hear. You need to get live. Hey,
sorry?
You need to get alive. That's good. And listen, you are my only viewer. You're my favorite person on this TV show. But anyway, what would you like to say?
My question is to Jamal Bhai.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
When was the last time East One actually won a trophy? Just out of curiosity. When was their last cup final?
We haven't got this. As I said, this was our first cup final. We managed to get to a number of semi-finals, but never managed to get to the last hurdle. So this is within our history. This is the first time we actually made it to the final. So. Obviously very proud of my boys to do that. So hopefully, you know, come the final, it's anybody's game, but for us to be there, it's a great achievement. But
and my second question to you is a neutral question. Who's going to win the CFL Cup, FC Bengal or Elsa?
Well, as we all know, FC Bengals have been a force to be reckoned with this season. They took the Premiership title on a trot, really, winning the title, I think, with a couple of games to spare. And within the League Cup final as well, I think they sort of, you know, walked through that. Elsa have been a surprise. I think within the first division they were struggling. I think first during the first part of the season, but they managed to sort of get themselves together, get a good run, and managed to get some points. And I think they surprised everybody really. Participating in the League Cup and getting themselves to the final. So it's anybody's game. Football is a funny old game. You never know. My bet is on FC Bengal because they're too strong. Really, let's be honest.
Okay.
But Elsa can surprise anybody. So you never know.
And my last question is, I just wanted to give credit to Aberfieldy because I think they're looking very strong and they're going to be dark horses even come Summer League and next season CFL League. And they took SC Bengal all the way, and they luckily scored on the 93rd minute. So
yes, you're right. I was at the game actually.
Be aware of Aberfieldy, and I think they've got future prospects coming up as well. That's it.
Cheers.
Anyway,
Thanks.
apart from that, it's a great show as always, inshallah, and see you brothers in the cup final.
Inshallah. Thanks very much, Abu, for your input as always. Appreciate it. Yeah, but we've talked about Aberfieldy, one of my favourite teams of the season. I did predict that they'd win the league, and I did say they would take FC Bengals to, like I said, as close as anyone else would have.
Yeah, we actually played them within our group games, and it was a tough game. I think we drew with them 1-1. So it was a tough game, and they have some very good players. And I was at the game in the semi-final with the League Cup where they played FC Bengals, and they were really unlucky. Really unlucky.
93rd minute was going to penalties, wasn't it? But
yeah, it was going to penalties, but there you go.
Right, okay, so CFL Cup Finals Challenge and the CFL Cup League Cup Final, 2 dates to be confirmed or venues to be confirmed. The dates have been confirmed for the 4th of May and also for the 30th
of March.
Yeah. So just the venues to confirm. We know which ones they are. We just got to decide which way around they are. But like I say, you're going to be very, very impressed with the stadiums that we've got. So look forward to announcing it next week, inshallah. Right, okay, let's start our conversation with our guests who have made their way up the M1, or down the M1, should I say. Kamal Bhai, Snalcom, you all right?
How you doing, Rob?
I'm good. Good to have you on the show.
Well, it's a privilege being here.
No,
as we've got a good relationship with you guys already, and it's always nice to be invited to a great show.
I've been trying to get you on for a while. I've been speaking to the main man himself. We're going to talk about it. It's going to come on in the final segment. The quiet one out of the group.
Oh yes, yes. The quiet one out of the group.
We'll chat
We've
to
got 3
him.
quiet ones today.
Yeah,
actually.
you're a quiet bunch. You're shy. All of you are shy.
You know what? I was telling these today, guys. Please, you're representing Galacticos on live TV. Let's not go crazy. So if we do, I do apologise. Yeah, we have, as I said, we've got Prince Ebenezer Kobe. His dad, King Kobe, has bestowed it upon me to look after him, give him the right, show him the right path. So as I said, you've got to behave today, Kobe.
All right, cool. Well, listen, I'm gonna Ebenezer, welcome. Like I said, I do follow you guys on your social media.
You.
I know you do some brilliant work. We've met in the past. We met about a year and a half ago, and like I said, I've been in awe of you guys, and the work you guys are doing down in Milton Keynes is probably second to none. The rate at which you guys are growing and working. And that's why I've invited you on the show, because I think it's only fair that you're recognised for the unbelievable work that you're doing outside of London. And there's many more. We're going to talk about another group out in the final segment as well. But tell me and tell the viewers where it all started and the journey for MK Galacticos.
Well, as you mentioned, our quiet one, he normally has these crazy ideas come onto his head. And 2007, we started off a men's team. And the men's team we come back from a background from Asian football. And I run an Asian team for a decade. Unfortunately, as I said, Asian football, in the long term, you're not going to get anywhere. I'll be honest with you, we always wanted to go into playing Asian tournaments. They wanted to be in their comfort zone.
What was the name of that team?
MK Durbar.
So I remember that well.
I managed Durbar for a long period. Eventually, we wanted to go, basically, get involved in the wider community. And the area that we're from, we saw an opportunity there where we've got unbelievable talent. And Jakir, my younger brother, at that time when he was growing up, he was at the Leicester youth setup as well at that time. And in the summer tournaments, we managed to get players from his friend circles together, and we were winning major tournaments. Only last year, as I said, our quiet one, our crazy one, had this idea is, obviously we've got our young kids, our own kids growing up. They wanted to get into football, and some of the kids in our neighbourhood is, look, we love what you're doing, can you set up something up for us? And I remember our first session that we had 4 kids that turned up and thinking, oh my God, this is really going to work. And that was last February. Within 4 weeks, from 3 kids, we had, 63 kids coming up every week. And it just grew from there. We've got a fantastic set up in the sense of we've got brilliant volunteers in the background. Ours is not we're not an Asian club. We're a club that's basically run by an Asian family. But we've got over 20 volunteers from all walks of background, and they're all crazy. But one common thing that we share is we love football. We absolutely love, breathe, eat football. And the kid side of it as well is they've got their own children as well that have come on board. They've gone on courses that we provide them for. So we've got all our legislations, all our curriculums that we need to do in place. We've got a structure in place, and it's just going from strength to strength.
Okay.
One of the biggest credit to the guys. Listen, it's these guys that have done it. I just orchestrated the thing, just giving them advice, and they've gone and done the work. But it's a credit. I mean, when a professional club, a lot of clubs are knocking on professional clubs' doors. Look, can you give us some help? But it's a credit when a professional club is knocking on your door to work with you, and that's something that's happening with us very, very shortly as well. I think you were there at one of the discussions. Where are we at the moment? Well, we've got a men's team that's playing in a steps level 6 football league in Milton Keynes. We've got 4 youth teams at the moment that are playing in affiliated leagues all over Milton Keynes. We've got an academy like these guys have, and we've got from under 7s to under 13s that we've done it for every Sunday. In our whole club infrastructure, we've got over 200 people that are actively engaged in football every week through the clubs.
Wow.
One of our biggest assets is we are the pride of Campbell Park Parish Council. We've changed the face of our community. We basically integrated people from all backgrounds to come involved in football. And the council, the local leagues, the FA there, everyone's taking a big notice in our club, and we are the talk of the town at the moment. Okay. And it's funny because...
Hold that thought. We've got a call on the line. Hopefully it's from your town. Welcome to BFA's On The Ball show. Who do we have on the line?
Hello there.
Hiya.
Hiya, this is Abdul.
Who is it, sorry?
Abdul.
Abdul?
Yeah, we set up a youth community football team in the Wolverhampton area. We're an Irish group, and we've got basically what we're trying to do is get a mixed community football team together.
Okay.
We've had funding from several restaurants in the local area.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just need a bit of advice on where to go with it. Really. So
what's your development centre? What's your academy called?
Youth community.
Sorry?
Wolverhampton Youth Community.
Wolverhampton Youth, and did you say is it similar to these guys? Is it a mixed? Do you have a mixed?
Yeah, we're a mixed community. It's open to anybody, any under 16.
Okay. What advice are you looking for? What stage are you at the moment? How many kids have you got coming?
Really, we're looking for more advice on sort of what sort of kids to get, because we're finding it difficult to get the colour schemes right.
Well, sorry, is that for your youth setup and your kit? What we've done with our setup is we've looked at the colours for the club. It has to embody the philosophy that we carry. We've gone for green and black, where basically, because we're an ethnic minority, majority of our club is made out of Asians and Africans, a mixed team. We've incorporated a colour that resembles everyone. So when you're looking to select a kit for your team or probably a logo, I would strongly advise that you envisage what you represent and what are the true colours of your club, and those are the colours that you incorporate into your club's philosophy. All right,
look, I hope that answers that question. Good luck with your academy. It sounds like thank you very much, Abdal, I think your name was. So good luck. Hope it goes well. Jack, come back to you now. You're obviously another member of the household, another member of the MK Galactico family. You were there from the start. Your role as General Secretary, I know Jamal here for BFA, see the work that he puts in. You're really the engine of this club, of this organisation, aren't you?
Well, when I say engine, I think I do more the admin work from the back of the scene. But
well, that's the kind of back me up here, because that takes a lot of time, doesn't it?
I'll be honest with you, he carries the show. Yeah. He does a lot of work.
I remember when I met him first, and he was telling me, and I just realised then how much you could see how much work he does in the background, and he just gets on with it, and fair play to him. But how do you, at a young age, you're relatively young, you're still playing football, you're working. How do you find the time?
Do you know what? I mean, what I tend to do, I usually put in every day, I say Monday to Friday, at least an hour aside. I say, you know what, any admin work, let's just put that away, just to get this sort of any paperwork and anything like that away.
Okay, so that's the key. So an hour a day.
Yeah,
Simple
an
as
hour a
that.
day, hour to 2 a day. I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends on what sort of games you have on the weekends, what sort of new projects we've got coming along. So yeah, it just depends on that, really.
And you're managing a team as well?
Yes.
So you do look after the under 10s?
The under 10s, yeah.
All right, and how are they getting on this season?
Better than last season. We've come quite a fair bit, actually. On my first season, we've had quite ups and downs. When we first started off, we were losing quite a few games.
Yeah.
This season, we've only actually lost one. We've won 4 on the trot. Really good performances. I think the philosophy that Galacticos has overall, I've been able to embed that into the players, and yeah, no, just playing good football and good results are coming along.
Okay. Prince Ebbs, yourself, Mr. Scout of MK Galactico. You've got the under 11s.
Yes.
Now, you obviously don't. Your philosophy is steal players from other clubs. Tell us about how you're getting on and how your team's.
Well, to be honest, I've been blessed with my team. To be honest,
Yeah.
I've been blessed with the players that have come along, and to be honest, the players that I have in my team, they were players that had never played structured football. So when they first came to me, they didn't know any shape. They didn't know what the main like grassroots football was.
Yeah.
So then, as soon as when they came to me, I taught them all of that. And to be honest, I'm not trying to be big-headed, but
But you are.
I'm not trying to be big-headed, but last season, I mean, we came second, which was our first season.
Yeah.
Came second, lost one game, and this season we're undefeated.
Wow.
Still win the cup.
They are the under 11s are my pride and joy. We have unbelievable talent there, and Aosh as well. Aosh has seen a few that he would like to give trials to as well. Brilliant team. Ebbs has got, each age group have got a manager, assistant manager and a coordinator. We've got Tanya Sims is our welfare officer, and she's also the under 11s coordinator, so she helps us up with them. With Jackie's got Joe Fowle, and as well as Tasha Menton, who's the coordinator as well. So each age group has got 2 coaches and a coordinator, and it works in harmony very, very well.
Okay, so John, you've heard kind of small amounts and snippets of what MK Galactico are all about, but in terms of what you hear, compared to what we have here in London in the East End, what's your initial thoughts?
Well, I'm impressed. For what you've done in that short space of time. I understand it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, because it's all volunteer work that we do at the end of the day. And we do it because of the passion and the love of the football, and that's what it boils down to. And you can see that when you're talking about it, and it's totally impressive because in the short space of time, managing to what they've managed, it's hands up to you guys, obviously. In terms of moving on and how you see yourself in the future, what's your plans?
We've got a 5-year plan. We had a 5-year plan. This has all been obliterated because we didn't expect to get this far so quickly. But we had a 5-year plan to take MK Galacticos from grassroots football to at least a semi-professional, charter standard status football club. We've met all the charter standard status requirements already. If anything, we are now looking to apply for the community chartership status. Our youth setup, by next year, we're hoping to have, we've got 4 at the moment, and we can't accommodate the amount of responses that we had. So we're looking to improve our facilities. We're almost there. We're in talks with the council. The council have been fantastically supporting us. But I think we've got another six teams joining us by September, so we've got to have 6 teams in together. So altogether, we've got 10 teams.
10
youth teams.
So what age groups is that?
All the way from 7 till under 15s, I think it is.
Under 16s.
Under 16s, sorry, under 16s.
Wow.
And
again, you've got the volunteers to do all that?
Yes. Again, it works in the same principles. It's a manager, assistant manager, and a coordinator each group. With our men's side, obviously we're going to South Spartan, which is semi-professional football. And we've got a reserve team coming along as well, and a veterans team. And so we're smashing it all the way out.
We like to call it cradle to grave.
Yes,
Our chairman's favourite
word.
What the key is, everyone says, what's the key to your success? It's the wives. I'll be honest with you. If they don't let us out, it's not happening. You understand that? You know what? I'm going to go
watching.
home.
I've got to say nothing. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I've done? You know what I've done? You know, the biggest thing is I've convinced her to become a coordinator.
Oh, you see, that's
Do you know,
half the
There you
battle.
go. That's
what you gotta
it.
do.
That's the
Exactly.
trick. That's the trick. Get them involved.
Get them involved, of course.
Get them
yeah.
involved. But,
Excellent.
unfortunately, mine's not
It's
having any
excellent
of that.
stuff. I mean, obviously, to get this far and, you know, still moving on, because it's a lot of hard work, and, you know, sometimes it's finding the right people and the manpower as well.
I think that's the key. Is getting the right people with the right attitude and the right mentality, and everybody think, like you said, of the same mentality. I think that's the key. We've all got to be sharing, singing off the same hymn sheet, if you like, and you've got to know where the future is. You mentioned a 5-year plan, and that is key to you guys. It sounds like everybody knows what that, and you're all fighting towards it together. So listen, we're out of time. Unfortunately, it flies when you're having a bit of fun. So when we come back, I'm assuming we're going to get the quiet one on the show, and
the one that we don't know.
and yeah, the one that we don't know. So guys, go for a quick 2-minute ad, get yourself a quick coffee, and come back and join us where we're talking more MK Galacticos, a bit more about BFA, and also we want to talk about some exciting stuff that's going on in Bradford. You may have seen them all over the news recently. So enjoy the break, and we'll see you in 2 minutes.